and was still altering. The stories of finding joy and renewal in nature are still the fabric of my tale, but they are tempered by the warning of environmental upheaval that is no longer on the horizon, but right here and right now. Climate change is part of everyone's daily life. It's evident in all our backyards, in everyone's piece of the wild, in winter days much warmer than they should be, in record-high temperatures, day after week after month, in spring flowers coming up in January, in birds that should have migrated a month ago, or new species showing up at the feeder and staying to nest, in the parched grass and trees and landscaping from rains that haven't come, or in unprecedented rains and devastating floods, in the skeletal trees long hidden below the waters of the local reservoir, now standing bare and exposed, or in shorelines lost to rising seas. I hope my story will prompt listeners to look around their own backyards, their own pieces of the wild, then call what is happening by its name. This book is the story of past Bluebird seasons. The tale of future seasons waits to be written. The thing about seasons is that their ultimate dynamic is change. Birth, growth, death, renewal. There are a variety of possible endings to the story. Different paths we as a global village can choose to take. We can keep the seasons turning, past loss, to renewal. In that lies our hope. Introduction. This is not a matter of Chicken Little telling us the sky is falling. The scientific evidence is telling us we have a problem, a serious problem. Senator John H. Chafee, Republican, Rhode Island, June 1986. Remarks from the U.S. Senate Committee on the Environment and Public Works hearings on ozone depletion, the greenhouse effect, and climate change. We have broken our covenant with the natural world. We have failed as stewards of the place that sustains us. That is the real cause of climate change. Wealthy countries bear the brunt of the blame, but given a chance, people everywhere will exploit Earth's resources if it means a better life. It's only human. We are driven biologically to survive and succeed the best way we can. And we're not very good at balancing that drive with maintaining a healthy, sustainable ecosystem. We have difficulty seeing the big picture of how we're hurting the forest when we're busy with the trees. We don't notice that we are sitting on the tree limb we are sawing off. 25 years ago, I wrote a book called Land of Grass and Sky, A Naturalist's Prairie Journey, in which I said the environmental catastrophe of the 1930s known as the Dust Bowl happened not because of a drought. There had been worse droughts before and since, but because the people farming the Great Plains broke their covenant with the land. Instead of being stewards who listened to the land and worked it sustainably within its rules, they became plunderers. The same is true today, but our broken covenant is with the entire planet. By heating the atmosphere through the release of massive amounts of carbon, we're causing catastrophic changes in the natural systems of Earth that have a real risk of making it uninhabitable for ourselves and for many of the life forms, plants, animals, microorganisms, with which we share this spinning globe. This thing we have wrought, this thing called climate change, is the largest single threat to the survival of the world as we know it. I have devoted my professional life to environmental conservation. Over 30+ years as a nature and wildlife writer, I've tried to touch minds with intriguing information, and more